Good morning, one and all. In the previous class, we discussed about this traffic volume studies. In the traffic volume studies, we are having different flows. That means we have to mind. That means we have to mind for few kinds of vehicles. In the vehicles also, we are having different classes. That means first of all, cars, bikes, trucks, and other vehicles. Likely in urbanized areas, we are having most of the parts we are having these cars and two wheelers, but in case of these villages and other industrial areas we are having different kinds of vehicles, so that depending upon the place also we need to do these studies, whether in which place there is which kind of vehicle having high usage level. Depending upon that also we have to do these traffic volume studies. These are the parameters used in these traffic volume studies and objectives. That means different parameters which involve in these traffic volume studies. That means to have to control the different points. That means the controlling required at different points in the form of turnings and these traffic lights and the signals. And next we have to give some amount of priority for different lines by special design methods and different facilities also sometimes. That means in few places we are having these politicians and other political responsible peoples, so that they have to move in a particular different definite path, so that there is no obstructions to their routes. Likely we are having these highway national importance places like these high courts and supreme courts and other structures which are having more political and social responsibility, so that for those places also we have to give some priority levels, and we need to control the traffic plan by different operational methods and a design of the pavement by using importance of the structures. Likely previously I told that these high courts and other industrial oriented structures which is having more amount of importance. Why? Because more number of peoples are moving to those places according to their needs and deeds, and we have to give separate gradation to those ways. Likely a separate number of roads will be allotted to those particular places. This is a manual counting method and automatic transfer counting method. Those two leads to this classification of these volume studies. That means to do particular amount of this volume studies, we have to use this manual count and automatic traffic count systems. What are the different parameters in these manual counts, how they will give a data, and what we have to use. That means in what purpose we have to use that particular data. Next one, this is the automatic traffic counters, how they give data, and which are involved in those particular automatic traffic counters. That means whether it is robots or any other methods or any other signal systems or any sensors. Likely we are having different kinds of these traffic counts. What are the purposes and what they will directly give? Is there any interruption or is there any other special mechanism is there? This is the main diagram which is showing that how the traffic moves in a particular cross section. It is a definite cross section where normally it is called as a plus cross section. That means a plus cross section, that means it in the shape of plus. We are having samely like x cross section. That means in the x cross section we are having a huge amount of angle of deviation with respect to road, but in case of this we are having only 90 degrees and 180 degrees. That means the angle of inclination of two roads, straight road and 90 degrees road, so that it is called as a plus road. In that particular plus road we are having a movement of those vehicles in a different directions. That means whenever the vehicle want to move straight or left or right, so that every vehicle in every road having these three different, so that they are having conflicts point. That means line to line we are having some amount of mergings, so that in that particular area we have to use these traffic lights and controlling systems in the form of polices and other patrolling systems. This is the explanation about the system. And this is the olden system and upgradation system. That means in the olden system also we are having no particular systems which were, that means traffic systems or any other police system, simply the vehicles are moving, so that a lot of accidents are occurring at these cross sections. Nowadays, due to arrest those kind of accidents, they are simply raising these kind of constructions, that means bypasses some of the places. That means normal pedestrians they are having one kind of roads. This is the road which are having a marking system. That means that we are having these zebra crossings at a particular points. That means in the zebra crossings only they have to use for pedestrians to cross the roads. In one direction it is simply looking like a bridge. That means underpass and overpass. Underpass means the vehicles which are moving in a below the ground level, those are called underpass. Overpass means vehicle which are moving on above the ground level, those are called overpass. Underpass, overpass, those terms we have to observe. Next is the, it is the presentation of traffic volume data. How we have to obtain this traffic volume data in the basis of annual average daily traffic. That means we have to collect the total traffic data in a particular year. That means we need to collect this data year to year, or for 5 years likely we have to collect depending upon the increment of the population in a city. If there is a gradual growth in the population for a particular place, we need to take this data collection. Why? Because automatically population growth means there may be a growth of vehicles, and we need to have some amount of responsibility in terms of increasing the density of the roads for this vehicle purpose, that vehicle utility purpose. Likely we need to do some kind of these investigations, so that this investigation will helpful to us for determining the how much amount of quantity of the roads the people require, how much amount of roads are having, so that is there any necessity or is there any increment or decrement. All those things we will observe by simply conducting this kind of annual average traffic demand and other traffic control systems. This is the annual daily traffic, ADT. These things we discussed, didn't discuss in the previous class, so that for till we have to discuss this annual daily traffic. What is annual daily traffic? That means the traffic volume counts carried out for few days and average daily traffic will be obtained. That means few days they will collect the data, and the total annual data will be obtained. What is the relation between those few days and annual data? We have a little bit of confusion. Why? Because a man or any other system doesn't calculate throughout the 365 days. Why? Because in the throughout the 365 days means automatically there may be some elapse between the day to day, and some amount of these environmental parameters also not responsible to us. So why? Because in the form of a huge amount of heat, in the form of rain, in the form of smog, and likely we are having some amount of obstructions to collect this data, so that we have to collect data for few days, and we need to use these cumulative factors for 365 days. That means we need to use some amount of cumulative factors. Those cumulative factors are responsible for giving an appropriate data. That means not exact data, appropriate data. Exact data means the data whichever is totally correct. Exact data is through correct data. Appropriate data means nearby, some amount it may be less than, in some cases it may be greater than, so that whatever the data it may be, we need to have to take some amount of extra data by using this some days. That means a few days we are collecting data in the form of this traffic. How many number of vehicles are flowing in those, how many two wheelers are there, how many four wheelers are there, how many load carrying vehicles are there. In those also, what is the maximum amount of capacity of a vehicle, is there any excessive load taking vehicles are there. All those data, and total number of population for a particular city, and how many people are simply moving, how many two wheelers are using, how many bicycles are using. All those data will be collected by using these daily traffic conditions. In the first one example also they are given. What is that example? It means Traffic consists of non-urban roads carried out twice a year by taking directions wise count for a period of 7 days. That means this traffic of non-urban roads. What are the urban roads and what are the non-urban roads? Means urban roads means roads which are lies in a particular cities. Those are called urban roads. In those particular urban roads, we are having major traffic due to these cars and autos and bicycles. So not bicycles, these two-wheelers. But in case of non-urban roads, those are nearby these urban areas. Likely we are having different kinds of villages or mandals nearer to these urban areas, so that we need to take account of data from those particular non-urban areas, and we need to carry it out it in a twice a year. That means 2 times in a particular year, twice a year, by taking direction wise count for a period of 7 days. That means direction wise count. That means if they select a particular point, in this particular point we have to take data from 360 degrees. That means 360 degrees means in which way the mandal is particularly connected, the surrounding mandals what are we are having, so that what are the total vehicle count from particular mandals. That means normally if there is a Guntur, from Guntur we are having different so many mandals like Amravati we are having, and next one Narsurapeta we are having, Satanapalli we are having, Bapatla, Chirala, like Ponnur and Tenali, like we are having different places, so that what is the daily traffic moving from those particular areas, so that from Tenali how much amount of daily vehicles are coming, from Sattanapalli how many vehicles are coming, Nasravapeta how many vehicles are coming. Likely different places and different streams having different flow densities, so that we need to use these traffic studies for a particular span of 7 days. In those 7 days we need to collect the data by using several line systems. We need to form a proper lines, and in those particular lines how much quantity of vehicles is moving, so that we need to use this data, and we have to give a proper number. By using that number we need to have to improve or decrease the total quantity of road density in those areas. Next thing we have to maintain is trend charts. What is the meaning of this trend charts? Means it directly shows the trends over a period of years. Normally what is a trend means whatever the one person simply following or a famous person, all those trends will be followed by remaining persons. Why? Because of all those are fans to likely if there is a trend means if a one vehicle is simply moving in a particular way of route, automatically definitely a few vehicles also follows the particular vehicle and go to their destination points. Likely simply whenever we are moving in a particular route, we didn't understanding the exact location, we have to ask few queries from the neighbor people or surrounding people in that area, and we need to move on a particular location, so that there may be some routes are formed by these enquiries and others, so that those like routes are we used as trendy routes, so that show volume trends over a period of years, so that in a particular period, that means it may be a 5 years or 10 years or 2 years, in those particular period there may be a trend of going vehicles in a particular route, so that those are called as a trend charts. Those are useful to estimate the rate of growth and plan and future expansion. That means by using those trendy charts in different areas, we have to observe in which route we are having maximum amount of flow of these vehicles, what is the total quantity of vehicles, and in those also we have to separate class A vehicles, class B vehicles, class C vehicles, and class D vehicles, likely two-wheelers, four-wheelers, and low vehicles which are having these capacities. That means huge containers. We need to have all the data, and those data will be useful for the expansion of the road for future purpose. Likely in our Andhra Pradesh we are having different places. In those different places and districts we are having, so that in the few districts are famous for cultivation purpose, and few districts are famous for this industrial purpose, and few districts are famous for this tourism purpose. Likely in our state also, state itself, we are having different places by their different values. Likely Vijayawada, we are having some amount of population with different working, that means different working nature, likely East Godavari and West Godavari. In those places we are having large amount of population in the form of villages, and they are mainly for cultivation purpose, likely this coconut and paddy are likely they are having definite work stream. And Guntur and other districts were having some amount of work stream. Depending upon the work stream of the people, there may be some quantity of population growth year by year, so that we need to collect the data, and we have to use these trendy charts. By mixing those with data collection in the form of population and trendy charts in the form of this vehicular moving, so that we need to use those two datas, and we have to form a proper route maps for densification of the roads, right? Like we are having next one variation chart, that means to show hourly, daily and seasonal variation. In those charts also, trendy charts also, we need to notate, that means notations will have to give, that means what is the hourly traffic demand in those particular trendy chart, what is the weekly traffic demand, and annual traffic demand, and seasonal variation, that means in the seasons also, in few places in particular seasons they harvest particular crops, so that after the crop is over they need to have some definite route to some definite route to go for agricultural markets, likely in villages. And next come to our urban areas. In some places we are having industries, that means lean seasons we are having, that means lean seasons means there is a definite way that I will explain, particularly in coal mining areas. That means normally industries means industries are majorly having this coal as base material for the production. Why? Because in a lot of industries this coal is used as a material for generation of this thermal power, that means whatever the power required. Normally this in the steel industries also, we need to have to prepare these steel products by burning steel into at 1200 at 1400 degrees. To burn those steel material we have to require this coal as a fuel material, so that the coal will be obtained for particular seasons. In the rainy season the coal mines are simply closing. Why? Because there may be causing of lot of accidents in the coal mines during this rainy season, so that there is some lean season to every industry, so that these seasonal variations also occur in public private spaces like industries and others. Next one, used for the regulation of peak traffic hours. What is a peak traffic hour? Means few places we are having a huge quantity of this traffic collection in the evening times. In few places we are having huge quantity of traffic in morning times. Why? Because of depending upon the structural locality and different places and their origins. That means if there is any tea shop in our surround, normally in the particular tea shop we are having huge amount of quantity of people staying in morning places and evening places. In the afternoon session there is no quantity of people lying on tea stalls. Why? Because there is a demand on morning and evening times for tea. Likely we are having different places for different demand purposes. Likely we are having these offices having morning, we are having a lot of peakly hour demand. In the evening there is no population or there is no people in the industries. Why? Because there may be closing time. Likely we have to use those periods of different industries and other streams for using of calculation of these peak hourly traffic demands. Next one, we have to form these traffic flow maps. Normally these traffic flow maps are useful for carry out these origin and destination studies. That means what is the major points for the vehicular movement, that means in which way the major quantity of vehicles are moving, so that they have to use these traffic flow maps. First of all they have to draw along the routes, that means what is the major amount of people are staying in a particular city, so that from that point to they have to draw different lines in those areas. that give the traffic volume distribution along the roads at a particular glance. That means, suppose we have to take from a Guntur. In the Guntur itself, there is a huge amount of people are lying, so that they need to move in different routes for different work purposes. Such that if there is a go to, the population will be go to Vijayanagar or Lakshmipuram, or likely we are having different routes, so that each and every route we are having different working places, like our Michiyad we are having, so that a lot of workers are going to Michiyad for working purpose. And after that we are having industries, likely oil industries and others in the Narsapet like areas, and they have to go to the particular areas for working purpose. Likely supermarkets we are having, a few quantity of the people are going to supermarket for working purpose, and a major quantity of people are going to these schools and other training places. Like different places having a different original values, so that we need to locate those places with respect to their origin point. That means what is the major quantity of work is doing there, so that we have to assume how much amount of population will be there depending upon the area in terms of square feet and others. We need to estimate how much amount of traffic flow with respect of intersections. We need to draw a particular scale using these drawing sheets. That means by in the drawing sheets we have to locate a quantity of places, and we need to draw these imaginary lines, and we need to connect those by using these studies. After that we are having this design of hourly traffic volume. What is the hourly traffic volume? For a particular 60 minutes, how many number of vehicles are moving on those particular roads. It determines the plot between traffic hourly volume and number of hours in a year that traffic volume is exceeds. 13 hourly 30th hourly traffic volume is the which is reached only 30 times a year. All other hourly volumes will be less than the value. That means 30 hourly traffic volumes is the which reaches 30 times in a year. That means we have to take total hourly volume demands in a particular year, so that we need to mention 30 peak hour demands. That means in the 365 days we have to notate different hourly demands. In those different hourly demands we have to locate what are the major 30 peak hour demands on which days, from which place to which place we are having, so that they will directly give the importance of the each and every place we need to identify. So that the highway designed for which volume is founded with a satisfactory facility and cost. That means 30th hourly traffic demands will give the maximum usage of the particular highway, so that they definitely gives the which places we need to identify and which places we need to densify with roads. Next one, the highway designed for a particular volume and found to be satisfactory with respect to facility and cost. That means major content of the highways are designed for the purpose of moving these carrier vehicles and other commodity vehicles, so that those highways will satisfy their needs and deeds of the vehicles, those who are traveling. If there is a less span of the highway and a huge quantity of the vehicles moving, means automatically there may be a requirement in terms of densification or enlarging the roads in terms of one way to two way or two way to multi number of lanes, depending upon these hourly traffic demands in particular areas. Next one, design hourly volume can be decided by drawing after traffic volume studies. Why? Because here we are designing hourly volume, and also that can be decided by using these traffic volume studies. Why? Because here we are using traffic volume studies. That means in some places we are having a particular quantity of the roads, so that if we enlarge in the roads, means automatically hourly traffic volume will be decreases. So that what are the major areas we need to enlarge, so that after enlarging those also, what are the different parameters we are having to decrease the particular hourly volume demands and these traffic jams. All those things we need to have. This is the graphical representation. That means in the x-axis we are having number of hours in a particular year are shown. That means 20, 40, 60, likely we are having 180. After that we are having y-axis hourly traffic volume percentage. That means 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, likely in those particular few periods there may be increment. After that we are having a decrement and a flat level. That means 40 and 20 at the 0 level we are having 20, 40. After that we are having decrement value at 23 to, that means 25 to 35 we are having decrement value. So that we need to take that point and we have to enlarge the roads. How we need to analyze this particular traffic volume data? First one, we have to use these short counts and adjustment. That means what are the shortcuts we are having. That means if the two, I will show with the diagrams. If the two roads are here, that means two roads, if we start our journey from here and we need to move this, so that if there is any alternative, that means we need to simply collect these two, means we have to save a huge amount of distance to the traveler. So that we need to have these short counts. That means what are the different shortcuts to connect to different places. First of all, we need to observe to save the traffic, commodity and vehicles clashes, and other one we need to greenify the particular area by decreasing this fossil fuel usage. And next one, adjustments also comes under these shortcuts. Because of requirements of large number of enumerators and time financial constraint in the time of traffic volume count studies, shortcuts and adopted. That means depending upon the vehicular usage for a particular places, they have to found different shortcuts. That means the shortcuts will be totally depends upon the vehicular movement from point to point. Previously I discussed, I draw a particular 2 points and I draw a particular right angle triangle, so that the right angle triangle will use a solution. That means we will if we move in a diagonal pattern, automatically the total length of the journey will be decreases. Likely we need to have to understand different routes and their shortcuts, and it is done by short periods of 5, 10 to 15 minutes to each location, every strategic location. That means if they normally we need to move from one point to one point with a span of 30 minutes or 40 minutes. What is the minimum way to, what is the minimum time required to go to the particular points by using these shortcuts? Simply by using these 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Likely in our Guntur there is some amount of inner ring road is developed. Likely in a different areas those like systems have to develop. Why? Because to encounter the traffic delays and usage, so that that also leads to decrease the time and savings for these traffic users. Next one, expanding and adjusting the traffic volume counts. That means expanding comma adjusting traffic volume counts. So in this second point, so the major term he used is the expanding. This expanding comes with respect to the vehicle lane, that means traffic lanes. If the traffic lane is simply one lane is there, we need to go for 2 lane and 3 lane, so that in the one lane we are having a particular n number of vehicle. If we go for 2 lanes, automatically n will be divided by 2, automatically the traffic volume will be changes. Likely we need to adjust the short term in the traffic volume counts made by several locations have to adjust with a common base. That means a short term of traffic volume we have to use by common base, AADT. That means average annual daily traffic, and annual daily traffic used for this availability of different routes. Next one we are having is the adjustment of counts in terms of urban areas. That means adjustment of traffic count in urban areas. How we need to adjust this traffic counts in urban areas? To estimate traffic volume in urban area by planning persons to made several locations simultaneously. That means we have to use a simple lane to connect different places in a specified manner. That means we need to I will draw a simple line. This is the major line of a particular road, so that if we are moving different ways, likely, so that all the it is a leaf like pattern, so that all the rays are connecting a particular midline, so that it will be easy to connect different ways in a particular length, so that it will be easier to move. Next one, so control stations are established in different areas. That means what are the control stations, how we need to utilize those control station. That means simply, if there is any particular quantity of traffic jam in those particular traffic jam areas, we have to control the traffic by expanding these roads with the help of these bridges and others. Those are the control points, different control points. Next one, the control stations are established in different areas. Next one, traffic volume count is also made by continuously for 12 hours at control stations on every day of the week. This means traffic volume count is made by using different patterns, normally man made systems. That means some amount of persons are employed to count the traffic data. If it is not possible, means automatically we have to use these signal systems and CCTV footages to count the particular traffic count for a duration of 12 hours in a different stations for every day or particular week. That means in a week of 7 days, for every 12 hours we need to take this data. That means in a particular 12 hours we are having huge amount of traffic. After that, so many people are going to sleep, so that there is no traffic on different lanes, so that we need to take a 12-hour traffic only. It is averaged and daily factor will be for each day is developed. That means averaged and daily factor for each day is developed. Why? Because that means the total data will be average. That means average means for a particular week we are taking for 7 days, so that in 7 days we are having n number of vehicles are moving, so that average data will equal to n by 7. After that, we have to do is we need to give priority to the day. That means for Sunday we are having huge amount of importance for traffic. Why? Because all the vehicles are moving in a particular road for Sunday, because it is a vacation day for all of us. Next one, we are having Monday. Monday we are having some amount of less quantity of importance. All are going to industries and working places, so that less quantity of vehicles. After that, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are also some amount of less importance. And from Saturday, Friday, we are having huge quantity of traffic is coming onto the roads. Why? Because of those are majorly holidays to the huge quantity of people. Saturday, Sunday and Friday, we need to give some amount of importance to this Friday, Saturday and Sunday, particular every day of the week. That means each day of developed. That means each day means we have to give some amount of factors 1.5 or 2 or sometimes 3 to particular day. Some ratios are assumed for each count stations for responsible for the particular days of a week. That means particular days of a week means in a particular months we are having festivals or any other importance values, so that we have to mind those days also. Adjacent traffic volume is each count station to average day. Average count is divided by rate found for the control of station for the day. That means adjacent traffic volume also we need to have to take. That means if the Guntur is there, surroundingly we are having Vijayawada. After that we are having East Godavari, West Godavari. Likely we are having different places are interconnecting, so that we need to have to take surrounding data also. Vijayawada, what is the annual daily traffic? For the Prakasam district, what is the annual daily traffic they are having? So that different states and different other routes have to be taken this data. Why? Because in those particular spaces also we are having traffic flow from our state to another state or our place to another city. Likely we need to take. What is the how to we have to adjust this traffic data means daily factor. That means daily factor means 7-day average for 24 hours. Means we need to take 24 hours of daily traffic. Those daily traffic will be converted into 7-day average. Next one, seasonal factor. What is the seasonal factor means we are having a year. In those year particularly 12 months. In 12 months we are having different seasons. So that seasonal factors also 24 hours traffic volume for 12 months. That means 12 months divided by 24 hours. Here 7 days divided by this 24 hours traffic. Here 12 months divided by 24 hours traffic gives the seasonal factor. 7 days traffic by 24 hours gives daily factor. Likely we are having different traffic factors. Annual daily traffic is equal to traffic volume count into day factor into seasonal factor. That means particular day what is the factor, if it is 1.5 or 2 or 3, what is the day factor, and the seasonal factor also. Automatically in the month of January we are having this Sankranti festival, in the month of December we are having this Christmas festival, in the month of March we are having these students having these exams. Likely we are having different factors for different months also, so that we need to multiply with monthly factor, daily factor, and traffic volume count to get average daily traffic demand, which is the major contents. Next one, computation of annual daily traffic, means average daily traffic equal to average daily traffic into day factor into next one weekly factor into seasonal factor. Average annual daily traffic equal to average daily traffic into day factor into weekly factor into seasonal factor. That means in a particular season, in a particular week, in a particular day, what is the average daily traffic, so that we need to multiply all those factors, daily factor, weekly factor, and seasonal factor, to get this annual average daily traffic. Next one, weekly factor. WF is a weekly factor, we all know. After that we have to go for this peak hour factor. What are the peak hours in a particular day? For suppose if it is a Monday, what is the peak hour? That means all the vehicles are going in a Monday, institutions or any other working places from morning time, so that we are having a morning as a peak hour. In the morning also we are having these 7 to 10 or peak hours. Likely we have to go for different these volume demands and hours. It is expressed in terms of traffic volume during peak hours as a percentage of annual daily traffic. It is used to design urban transport infrastructure projects. Why? Because in the urban areas only we are having these traffic problems. Why? Because in the rural areas there is no particular time sense. That means not a time sense. They need to go to their fields at any time depending upon their daily traffics. Why? Because those having no thumbprints and others absence and other salary cuts, so that they are simply choosing a particular time and moving. But in case of these urban areas, all those factors we are having, we need to go within a time. Otherwise we have to face a cutting off of salary, so that we have to go in a specified manner. All of those responsible. Why? Because of these controls. Once again I will revise. These are the traffic volume flow. In the traffic volume flow we have to categorize the count of the vehicles. After that we need to use what are the dynamic factors, what are the static factors, how many things we need to use, what are the major objectives of this traffic volume studies. First of all we need to control the traffic. After that we have to give priority to different lanes. That means different lines we have to give priority according to their design purpose. This is the manual count plus automatic traffic count methods. How the manual count methods will works, what are the different parameters involved in the manual counts, what are the automatic traffic counters, how they classified. This is the merging diagram and explanation. This is the before giving any preference, after giving preference. That means without having any markings, with markings, how the traffic will be looks like. Presentation of traffic volume data with respect to annual average daily traffic. To design those annual average daily traffic we have to use different parameters: weekly, daily, monthly, hourly, weekly. Weekly means for a span of 7 days, hourly means for a span of 1 hour, that means 60 minutes. Likely different flow charts we need to design. These flowcharts, volume diagrams are responsible for giving accurate and exact values. This is the design of hourly traffic volume. This is the flow diagram. Analysis of traffic volume and count days are. First of all, we have to use a shortcut methods, and we need to adjust different traffic lanes. And we need to sometimes go for expand, and sometimes we need to use some shortcuts for adjusting these traffic volume studies. Urban areas and rural areas, we have to go for different philosophies depending upon vehicular characteristics they are using. How we have to calculate this data with respect to daily factor, weekly factor, and seasonal factor. By using those, how we have to calculate average daily traffic. After that, we need to calculate annual average daily factor with respect to these factors. Normally, what is the daily factor, weekly factor, seasonal factor, monthly factor, likely? What is the peak hour factor after that? All those are responsible for a proper designing of a road without having any collapsings. That means these traffic delays or any mergings.